Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q3 of the weekly contest 326. Partition string into substrings with values at most k. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem. So this one could be a tricky one if you haven't done something similar, or if you not careful about analyzing the bounds, which will allow, which will mean that you may do a little, you may do some silly things by accident. So basically the idea here is that the first thing to notice is that given that k can be only up to 10 to the 9, the most digits that you always have to look forward or backwards, depending on which direction you want to go, is 10 digits, right? Because if k is 10 to the 9, then after that, the partition is going to be too big, right? The partition is going to be too you can't fit a partition because the number would be too big. For example, if k is like literally a billion, if you have a 11-digit number or something like that, then and the other thing to notice, of course, there's no zeros, so you don't have to worry about leading zeros, which may affect things if you're not careful. If you know that, then the rest of the problem just becomes a straightforward dynamic programming problem. And because then you can think about it as for each digit, you just look at all the other possibilities and then minimize it afterwards, right? I'm gonna do an example here real quick. I'm not gonna lie, I did make a mistake here, and we'll go over that in a second, even though I solved it in about 3 minutes. Mistakes were made. But for example, if k is equal to, I don't know, 500, right? Then here, you can basically, and this is in a way brute force, so you can do it top down as well. Though maybe in Python and Leetcode, maybe that's not a happy thing, but in theory, right? But the idea here is that, here you could partition it by 1 or 16 or 165, right? Or you could look at it backwards. Let's say I'm up to here, up to this point. Then here, if you think about it as a graph problem, which for a lot of dynamic programming problems, you can, and if you think about it in graph theory problems, then this is just, is it min or max? This is the minimum, this is actually the shortest path in a DAG problem, which you can also solve in other, like maybe with breadth search or something like that as well, because now you have these edges, right? And basically an edge can be had if between these two partitions the number is less than k. For example, here, looking at this space here, then that means that there's an edge to here, here, and here, right? So basically now you can draw an edge to those 3 points, and then now once you kind of fresh out the entire graph, it becomes a shortest path problem. The way that I did it is with dynamic programming, because it's easy to see that, for each of the n nodes or n numbers in the string, in the input string, you only, as I said, go up 10 digits, right? So then in the max case, it's just going to be 10 to the 5th times 10. So that's how I bound my complexity and know that it was going to be fast enough for me to code and finish. Unfortunately, I made a mistake on forgetting to terminate early, so then it became n squared instead of O of n times 10, or O of n times log of r, if you will, which we'll go over in a second. But that was my sadness, and it's going to kill me on penalties later. This is my code. As I said, this is dynamic programming, the way that I did it anyway, as the shortest path in a DAG. And then, basically for each number, the way that I did it is that I have a forward-looking DP. For every j that starts at I basically, shift and add on this. And if this is less than k, I update the DP. I forgot this statement because basically, you can have an early break, because afterwards, if you add in more digits, the number is always going to get bigger. So this would never be true. And again, if this else break bounds it by, say, 10 digits, which is log of k, log base 10 of k, right? So that's basically the idea. But for some reason, I forgot to type that and I YOLO submitted a little bit too quickly. So that's why I got a very sad wrong answer on a contest like this. But yeah, but with this brick, even though it looks like it's n squared, this is at most 10 iterations. So this is going to be 10 times n, and that's going to be fast enough. I'm not explaining the DP because, yeah, hopefully, there are a lot of shortest path in the DP type problems. So definitely go back and revisit those problems until it becomes second nature to you, or maybe just a little bit easier for you to do your interviews. But yeah, but speaking of interviews, this is a very interviewable problem. So I would definitely, get to know it and get to be able to solve this, without making silly mistakes as I do. But yeah, cool. Yeah, so going over the complexity, like I said, this is O of n. This could be O of n if you forget the else break, but because of this else break, that means that, or maybe you can write it as current, something like this as well. This is basically current gets multiplied by 10 every time, so this is going to be a crossover. It's going to be log base 10 of r, which of course it's just a constant of log r, right? And as a result, the total time is going to be O of n log r time, and of course O of n space for the DP. And in fact, you can actually reduce this to O of log r space by noting that you only really go forward or backwards, depending on how you want to do it, in the DP 10 digits or log r digits. So you don't even need the entire array. You just need the last 10 numbers, kind of like in similar to when you do Fibonacci, you only need the last 2 numbers or something like that, right? So it's kind of like that, and you only need the log r numbers, but it's fine for this one. So yeah, and of course making sure that if you can get there, then it's -1, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think, and you could watch me solve it live during the contest now. String S 1 to 9. Minimum number of substrings. Good partition. What does that even mean? Oh, I see. It's gonna be DP, maybe. maybe timeout if I wasn't careful, but hopefully it should be fast enough. That was a little bit YOLO. Maybe it times out. It shouldn't though. It's just, did I make a silly mistake somewhere? Oh, I am dumb. Oh, jeez. I meant to do that. Okay. That was a silly mistake. Oh man, silly mistake. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem, this explanation, this contest, whatever you like to talk about. Yeah, have a good new year if you're watching this near the new year. And even if you're not, still have a good new year. That's what I have. So stay good, stay healthy, take good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.